Howdy, y'all. This is Proverbs 23 in the NKJV for May 23, 2023. When you sit down to eat with a ruler, consider carefully what is before you. Put a knife to your throat if you're a man given to appetite. Do not desire his delicacies, for they are deceptive food. Do not overwork to be rich. Because of your own understanding, cease. Will you set your eyes on that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away like an eagle towards heaven. Do not eat the bread of a miser, nor desire his delicacies, for as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, he says to you, but his heart is not with you. The morsel you have eaten, you will vomit it up, and waste your pleasant words. Do not speak in the hearing of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of your words. Do not remove the ancient landmark, nor enter the fields of the fatherless, for their Redeemer is mighty, and he will plead their cause against you. Apply your heart to instruction, and your ears to words of knowledge. Do not withhold correction from a child, for if you beat him with a rod, he will not die. You shall beat him with a rod, and deliver his soul from hell. My son, if your heart is wise, my heart will rejoice indeed, I myself. Yes, my inmost being will rejoice when your lips speak right things. Do not let your heart envy sinners, but be zealous for fear of the Lord all the day. For surely there is a hereafter, and your hope will not be cut off. Hear, my son, and be wise, and guide your heart in the way. Do not mix with wine bibbers, or with gluttonous eaters of meat. For the drunkard and the glutton will come to poverty, and drowsiness will clothe the man with rags. Listen to your father who begot you, and despise not your mother when she is old. Buy the truth, and do not sell it, also wisdom, and instruction, and understanding. The father of the righteous will greatly rejoice, and he who begets a wise child will delight in him. Let your father and your mother be glad, and let her who bore you rejoice. My son, give me your heart, and let your eyes observe my ways. For a harlot is a deep pit, and a seductress is a narrow well. She also lies in wait as for a victim, and then increases the unfaithful among men. Who has woe? Who has sorrow? Who has contentions? Who has complaints? Who has wounds without cause? Who has redness of the eyes? Those who linger long at the wine, those who go in search of mixed wine. Do not look on the wine when it is red, when it sparkles in the cup, when it swirls around smoothly. At the last it bites like a serpent and stings like a viper. Your eyes will see strange things, and your heart will utter perverse things. Yes, you will be like one who lies down in the midst of the sea, or like one who lies at the top of a mast, saying, "They've struck me, but I wasn't hurt. They've beaten me, but I didn't feel it. When shall I awake, that I may seek another drink?" This passage always makes me sad. My best friend struggled with alcohol for a long time, and I'm really, really proud of him and his journey. And it's been years since he started his fight against alcoholism. 7? 8? I want to say we're going on 8. I should know a little bit better. That's on me. Either way, it just always makes me sad. Anybody who's dealing with drinking problems like this, where it's like they're bound to it. It's not doing them good, but they can't get away from it, and they're kind of centered on it. It's the only thing they're thinking about is getting it, hiding it, getting the next one. And then they've struck me, but I was not hurt. Yeah, they beat me up, but that's all right. I just hit the bar and go for another drink. So another late night. Kiddo was sick. Now the lady's sick. Very sick. I thought we were bringing her to the hospital, but she wants to give her a couple more hours since she's improving. Let her do what she wants to do. At least she's able to hold down fluids now. That's the big part. So, self-control, man. Self-control about being in the presence of a leader. Self-control about love and money, and not overworking yourself to be rich, self-control when you're with somebody that's stingy, self-control because you don't mess with orphans and widows, because the Lord will plead their case against you. But I think it was yesterday, will take your soul for taking money from the defenseless. So definitely, don't withhold correction from a child. You beat him with a rod, he will not die. I had a teacher, I guess it would have been high school, Miss Flo, and she would always say, just like Satan in the garden, you will not surely die. I don't know, I still think of it to this day. That's what this makes me think of. Like, yeah, you beat him with the rod. He won't die. He'll be fine. But, when you correct the child, you think that you're beating him. Oh, you're the worst. Oh. He will not surely die. In the end, he'll be better for it. And if you do your job right, you make your parents proud and rejoice. I don't know how to. That's not that it needs to be condensed, but I love 23:23. Buy the truth and do not sell it. Also, wisdom and instruction and understanding. Buy the truth and do not sell it. I like that a lot. I like that it's 2023. What are you gonna do? Sorry, 23:23. Oh man. A harlot is a deep pit, and a seductress is a narrow well. She also lies in wait as for a victim and increases the unfaithful among men. It's interesting that it's always like the harlot, the woman, the girl that's, like the one that's going after people and making them be unfaithful and stuff, when it's like, at least in modern times, it seems to go the other way. Perhaps there's more here that I'm missing, or more symbolism, something like that. Because there's the unfaithful woman, and the seductress, and the harlot. You got a couple different things here. Basically, like the unrighteous woman is something that you can be trapped in it. God can send it as punishment. He can release you to it. It's odd to me that it's like put on the woman in a lot of these, instead of like, don't go into her and then leave it at that, not she is the problem. I guess overall, it takes two to tango, right? You need somebody willing and wanting to. Another one of those days where my back is killing me. Been a long day. Tried to get a little work done, but it was a really weird day. With half the house sick, I didn't get anything done I wanted to in the garden, and so no complaints. Just rough day, and got half the church and the house church praying over my wife and me praying over, and I just hope she feels better. We had a prayer request answered, and yesterday she had a recruiter from another major hospital association reach out to her about a management position. So they scheduled a call for today. She slept through that call. She couldn't take the call. So get behind me, Satan. I got another friend that I'm really concerned with. I'm concerned with myself often. I'm concerned with my close friends always. I'm concerned with my wife. But in this particular case, something's not jiving for me. I have a weird feeling. I get a weird perception. And I think, and I don't think I'm immune to this. I would say that I'm probably being demonized too, okay? But I really think that my friend is dealing with demonization, okay? And there's a whole doctrine around this. Can people be possessed? Yes. Can Christians be possessed? No. Can Christians be demonized? Yes. Jesus spent most of his career, ministry, casting out demons, going from synagogue to synagogue, casting out demons. And we seem to like forget that, not talk about it, downplay it. Jesus wanted us to do the same thing. And if we've got people that are hearing things in their head and being tormented and constantly like having impressions and thoughts and desires run over them, I think that might be what it is. I mean, mental illness is real, don't get me wrong. But spiritual illness or spiritual attack is real too. So I got to figure out how to bridge this gap. I don't want to upset my friend or their spouse. So I have to be careful how I approach this and what I say. But I want them to be delivered. And I think they want deliverance. And I just think maybe this isn't what they've thought it was. So to fix the problem, we need to accurately identify it to call it out. And that's my take. And we're going to pray in Jesus' name that those demons come out and they leave my friend, so that she can be at peace. If you're watching this and you have any commentary on that, casting out demons, demonization, let me hear it. Share with me. So, go with God. Be blessed.